Hello and welcome to Business Notes. This is your host Diane Bogino, and today we're at Stitches South. And if you think the craft business isn't big business, think again. And you are?
Sarah Eyre of the Sanguine Griffin.
I like your outfit, Sarah.
Thank you so much.
And you are?
I'm Noelle Burke of the Sanguine Griffin as well.
And I love your fan.
Thank you.
And I want to borrow this dress.
We're a partnership. My partner is over at the Spring Fling in Missouri right now, doing a bunch of teaching.
Okay, and you are based out of Maryland?
We are. We have a studio in Baltimore, and we have another studio in Easton on the Eastern Shore.
Tell me what you sell.
We sell hand-dyed and hand-painted yarn and fiber. We do wholesale a little bit of spindles and needles, but mostly it's all hand-painted yarn and fiber, what you see around you.
Okay. What is your role in the business?
I am one of the many elves, as we call it. We do the magic behind the yarn, and Sarah and Griffin designs everything, and we kind of make it happen.
Okay. And you have a website, I assume?
We do. It's www.sanguinegriffin.com. And we are also on Ravelry. We have our own forums, so you can find us there.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
All right, and you are?
Diane Browning with Appalachian Baby Design, and we're based in Greenbrier County, West Virginia, and we're all about baby. We make sweaters for baby, and in the last 3 years we've packaged kits for the hand knitter and hand crocheter to make special baby gifts.
Okay, and you are based, you have some stores here in Georgia as well, right?
We sell to some wonderful yarn stores in Georgia, including the Whole 9 Yards and Cast On Cottage and Love and Knits are some of the ones that come to mind.
And you are, so are you more of a wholesaler than a retailer?
We do. Yeah, we primarily wholesale, but once a year we do this show to get a read on the retail market so we can bring the best product to the market that we know has sell-through.
Okay. And how long have you been in business?
With this, we tested it in 2006 and launched it in 2007.
And tell us your website.
AppalachianBaby.com. AppalachianBaby.com.
Wow, you deserve a medal just for spelling it. Thank you so much for chatting with us. Yeah. We appreciate your time.
Great, thank you.
I'm talking with
Elise Anderson.
And what is the name of your business, Elise?
Only You and Cotton Too.
And tell me what you do here.
We sell knitting and crochet supplies, yarn, needles, anything that you need. We do classes. At this particular convention, it's just sales.
Mm-hmm. So what kind of classes do you teach?
Anything from beginning to advanced, knitting, patterns, reading, just anything that you can do with knitting, we teach it.
How long have you been in business?
5 years this month.
And how did you get started in this?
I've always been interested in weaving and knitting and that sort of thing, and knitting came back into vogue within the past 10 years, and it just seemed to be a good thing to do. So we like the Crabapple area and have our little shop there, and that's what we like.
Okay, what's the address of your shop so people can come visit you?
Okay, good. It's 780 Mayfield Road, Milton, Georgia, 30009.
And you have all kinds of things that you're selling here. Can you get a shot of her stuff there, Wayne? You've got yarn and needles and everything in your shop.
Right. Patterns. We've got kits here mostly that we made up with the patterns and the yarn to go with it and that sort of thing to make it easy for people to come in and just pick what they want.
Okay. Thanks, Elise. I appreciate your time today.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You are?
Christy Brockway.
And what's the name of your company, Christy?
Turtle Girl 76 Creations.
And tell me what you do.
I knit and design patterns for knitting and crochet.
And so people buy like a paper pattern, is that how it works?
They can download it from the internet, or there are some locations that you can purchase them physically.
And how long have you been in business, Christy?
I've been designing for about 3 years now, and I've been knitting for about 5. So.
And how did you get it? How did you make the switch from knitting to designing?
I had been knitting for a while, and I started kind of winging it on my own. I started writing down what my changes were, and people were starting to ask, oh, how did you make that? So I just started writing it down, and when I released my first pattern, The reception to it was pretty good, so I've been trying to keep it up. I don't have a whole lot of patterns out there yet, but slowly but surely I'm building up a log of them, mostly socks.
Okay. And you've been in the business a while. What changes have you seen in this industry?
You see a lot more regular knitters like me just coming out with their own designs and publishing them independently for sale.
And what advice would you give people getting into the craft industry today?
Go for it. Don't be fearless. Don't let anyone say, "Oh, that's too hard." Try it. Nothing's too hard if you're creative and have the drive to do it.
Thanks for talking with us today. I appreciate your time.
No problem. Thank you.
Hello, and you are?
Babs Asherman,
What's the name of your company, Babs?
Miss Babs, hand-dyed yarns and fibers.
Okay, and are you based in Atlanta?
No, actually I'm based in Mountain City, Tennessee.
Okay, and do you have a website?
I do. It's simply missbabs.com.
And how long have you been in business? Ms.
Probably 7 years. I've been dyeing for 6.5 years.
And what is your business philosophy?
Actually, my philosophy is provide a quality product at a reasonable price. And, if I do that, then my customers will be happy and they'll come back.
And how do you market your products?
I use advertising. I use a lot of samples. At shows like this, I give samples out, emails, but I do a lot of print advertising and a lot of banner advertising on websites.
Okay,
so
great. Thank you so much for talking with us
Okay.
today. And and you are?
I am Kate Kiokio of Dragonfly Fibers.
And you are?
I'm Mallory, her daughter.
Okay, Mallory, very good. And Kate, tell us what you do.
I hand dye yarn and fiber.
Okay, and do you have a shop in Atlanta, or where are you based?
I'm based in Kensington, Maryland. I'm what's called an indie dyer, so I have a business that I run out of my house, and mostly I sell my things on my website. Actually, in my Etsy store, and then I wholesale as well.
Okay. And give us the address of your site.
Okay, that is www.dragonflyfibers.etsy.com. It's called a trindle, and so I'm just
So you're taking raw yarn and
this is called roving, and this is processed. They shear the sheet, they wash the fiber, and then they card it on a machine, although you can also do that at home. And then I buy it in the carded roving version and hand dye it in a kettle, and then you spin
And
it.
Mallory, what do you do?
I help her.
I bet you're a good helper too, huh?
Yes, I am.
And do you knit?
I knit a little bit. I'm not as good as she is, but I do knit.
And are there a lot of young people that knit today or not?
Yeah, there are. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You are?
Brittany Newberry,
And you are?
Wayne Newberry,
And what's the name of your company?
Knitwitch.
And you actually dye yarn
Yes,
and you knit as well.
yes,
And you have a lot of knitting videos on YouTube.
yes. We have a lot of teaching, knitting, and crocheting videos.
And Wayne, you make bowls. And what are these bowls for?
These bowls are for to hold your yarn while you're knitting. So a lot of people knit. It's like if it's sitting on the couch, it'll be rolling around, or your cats will be chasing it. So now it just keeps it in one spot. They're smooth on the inside, and they seem to work pretty well.
Okay.
My boss likes them. So
How long have you been in business?
3 years.
And how did you make it through the recession?
I think just offering excellent customer service and good product, and we have people that keep coming back to us because we treat them right.
Okay. And what is what suggestions would you give someone getting into this industry today?
stick to it. Just follow your dream. If that's what you want to do, go for it.
The craft business really can be very lucrative.
Yes, it definitely can. Yeah, there are people here who make a good living off of it.
As much as 6 figures, would you say?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Very good. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you chatting with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.